Good evening, all, and welcome back to another live stream. It's your boy back at it again after how long has it been? 4 months. Yes. Anyway, welcome to another live stream, everyone. I'm Charlie, and in this live stream, we're just going to be doing some 43 years. Correct, Tim. Yeah, welcome Marius Berger, welcome Milton, welcome Tim, welcome Finn. Yes, I'll take some eggs. Thank you very much. What we're going to be doing today is we're basically going to be doing a job I've been resenting for the last few months, but I have to do it anyway. Regarding the Macintosh Portable, everyone's favorite idiot nugget. So this is the Mac Portable. I have two of them. This is the nicer of the two. This is a backlit M5126. I think that's the model name. And yeah, works well, I think. Last time I used it, which was a couple months ago. However, excuse me while I get the brick. However, one of the problems of this computer that recently came up is the hinge has kind of broken. Well, this has always been a problem. I don't know if this was caused by shipping when I got it, but the hinge has always been a little wonky on the left, and I initially glued it down and it was fine, and then it kind of broke off again, and then I tried doing it again, and it never really worked. So yeah, so what I've decided is what I want to do is these are 16 megahertz. These are 16 megahertz. Yes, Tim. I'm pretty sure it's the 6800. I don't know if it's like the O whatever. Pretty sure it's the 6800, but it is the 16 megahertz. Yes. So it's basically what is this equivalent to? Like a 2x or something? No, not a 2x. I don't know. But let me open up Mac Tracker, but no, so yeah, so 16 megahertz, 6800, correct, which is basically it is, it's similar in power to like a 2x or whatever, except the 2x has like an 030. What's good, Marius? Willkommen zurück, meine germanischen Freund. Anyway, so as I was saying, so this portable, this is my nice portable, right? I have another one. It's not the backlit one, and it's not working. But and it also has like a really kind of cracked like top sort of bum flap, as Aaron likes to call them. Except this one, the bum flap is pristine. But what's not pristine is the hinge, as it's kind of like falling apart here. So basically, this one does work, I think. Yeah, it works. But yeah. So basically, the way this design works, and you'll see more when we start to rip this apart in a bit, is the chassis are like basically underneath this like back part. There isn't really a chassis here. It's mostly just like the bottom part and the sort of keyboard area. But what happened is it's better if I explain like visually what I mean. But dude is gonna try to start up. It's really low on battery, so it's probably not going to be able to. But yeah, you could just bye-bye. Okay, so basically, oops. Yeah, so there's part of the problem. If I lift off the bum flap, we look inside, we can see. So basically what's happened here, I'm gonna like really poorly demonstrate this, but so basically the way these hinges work is what's supposed to happen is the actual hinge bit is like kind of its own little separate, watching Trading Places right now, very nice. It does have a full-size hard drive. Yeah, this is a 3.5-inch big boy 40 SCSI. This is the big one. But it's a shitty hard drive because it's 40 pin, which is gay, and it's connected to the thing, which is gay. Proprietary hard drive, literally the greatest thing ever. I don't know what the benefit was of using this. Maybe power consumption, but otherwise it's kind of dumb. Also got the modem, got the 8 meg card. I mean 7 meg, I don't know. But yeah, anyway. As I was saying, so basically the way this hinge works is its own separate part like this, right? And what's supposed to happen is it slides through these rails like this, and then it sort of locks into place. And what's supposed to be over here is this piece, which holds the thing down like sort of like that. You can see it over here, like this little plastic riveted piece. And for some reason, it's fallen off in mine. And this is part of the frame, which is like its own thing. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to find my other portable, take the frame out of that one, put it in this one, and then this one will be perfect again. And the other one isn't perfect, but probably never will because it's a non-backlit portable, which are like hella unreliable, and I don't really care enough to fix that one because this one works perfectly. Always good to have spares. Yeah, and a Connor. It is a Connor, yes. So that's even better. All right, so I think we're gonna, firstly, I'm gonna have to find the other portable, which I might have misplaced slightly, but that should be reasonably easy. We can just really quick look. I'm pretty sure it's in this big closet somewhere. If I had to guess, it's probably in one of my 2 portable. Yeah, I think it's in that one. We got 2 of these bags for some reason. We have 2 computers, but with some cable managers that I'm never gonna use. It's probably this one. Yep, it's very hefty, probably in here. Anyway, it's probably the most boring live stream of all time, but it doesn't matter. I'm making content. I'm gonna start. I'm well aware, everyone, that in 2022 was a really sad year for this YouTube channel. As in, I literally did nothing. It's making a sound I don't like. Anyway, as I was saying, 2022, very sad year. I did literally nothing on this channel. I did like 2 live streams. That's about it. This year. What's good, Duke? Basically what we're doing, hinge part's kind of fucked. The rest of the computer I think is fine. What we're going to be doing is putting the chassis from my broken portable into the working portable to make a nice portable. So, yeah, that's all you really need to know. Anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, so 2022, pretty depressing year for me. I didn't release anything on this channel except for like maybe 2 or 3 live streams and the like. Yeah, that's literally about it. And like maybe a school video that I made. And, you know, not great. So, yeah, so I'm going to work on making more of it, making actual videos like this year. So, because, you know, I should post more. And I've been doing that. I've been keeping up. So I'm going to be keeping up this year. And, yeah, we're gonna start off with this live stream. I have a video planned, a history sort of video, which people seem to really like, which I think is gonna do very well. I just have to buy some props for that video just to use, mostly just other systems to demonstrate. But yeah, otherwise so far that's what I've got planned. I also want to do like some more tech logs, which are like the really short, stupid, unscripted videos, which is what my channel used to be. And then I kind of just started to go like really generic and tried to overdo all my videos, but in actuality, you know, I don't have to overdo everything. But yeah, I'm going to be working on some things this year for this channel, and you'll be seeing it coming up. But anyway, we're going to start by taking this apart, and it's very scary because only one of the hinges is actually holding it together currently, so I'm just going to carefully like do something. What you have to do to take this apart is flip it on its back, which ideally is the best when the hinge is not bucked. And this cable as well is like really the cable for the screen is really fragile, so I want to be careful with that as well. But I'm gonna start by like removing the actual hinge though. That's other hinge done. Now it's just held in by the cable. Want to be extra careful. I don't want to break that. That's gonna be fucking catastrophic. There's no way to unplug it from here, is there? No. Have to keep the keyboard bezel off, which is always a pain. All right. Actually, I think it'd be better if I put the bum flap back on. It'll support it in its dire times. How's everyone doing this fine evening? It is just after Christmas. I just spent way too much time with my family and I'm sick of them. So now I'm hidden away in my bedroom and it's very comfortable. Hope everyone had a very nice Christmas and got some dank gifts and saw family if you're an adult, because that's what adults talk about and like or for some reason. But yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use this box just to prop the thing up because the screen is gonna have to like kind of. Oh, actually, this kind of works. No, not really, but okay, the box kind of helps. Yeah, so these feet on the bottom, the original feet, not the ones that I put on, but these original feet are really awesome because they like to go too much family quackery. That is precisely right. What does Finn have to say? I get my cat some fancy McFancy pants, food for Christmas because I felt like it. That is very kind of you, Finn. My cat's got nothing for Christmas, which has basically been me for the past few Christmases. Except this year I got a really rad set of headphones and that's all I wanted and I'm super happy. So that's pretty rad. Yeah, these feet are really annoying though. These rubber feet. Yeah, you see, there you go. These feet are great because they like to become super brittle over time and then just disintegrate. So I just sort of keep them covered in tape and then I put new feet on. But you have to take them off every time you take the computer apart because that's where the clips hide. Glorious design, Apple. Can't show the tabs with can't show the tabs on the case, can you? My cat disappeared in the blizzard, but he came back. That cat sounds like he has a fun life. It's like leaving and coming back. Oh yeah, that one doesn't have a. I don't think that one has a clip. Didn't need to take that one off, but anyway. If I remember correctly, it's put it in the bottom hole, and there you go. Bing, bang. I forgot how to do these. Oh, it's like that. So that would be like down and there we go. Perfect. Okay. Gonna lay that down carefully. You lift the dude off, and I'm gonna start by taking off the screen, which is the most annoying part of this whole thing. There we go, screen out. Alright, cool. This is the most expensive part of this entire thing. I'm gonna put it somewhere very safe, on the floor. Perfect. Nice and safe. I can move this box now. Never gonna need that again. Box. Anyway. There goes the keyboard bezel. These things are really easy to take apart. You do not need a screwdriver for this. At most, you need like a flathead to do like the tabs and shit. But otherwise, everything else is really easy. And it's basically a desktop. This kind of reminds me of an Apple II, if I'm honest. Except with a ball. Weather has been pretty crappy, -6 degrees. You know, in Switzerland, it's been crappy for the exact opposite reason it has been in America. Because America is under like a polar plunge right now. And meanwhile, Switzerland is like still in like fucking fall weather. Like, what's the temperature right now? 10 degrees!
in like at like end of December, it is 10 degrees, and you go up to the Alps where it's supposed to be like winter wonderland, and it's like green and a tiny bit of like snow, but it's raining and it's disgusting, and you can't ski in it, you can't do anything in it, you can't sled. It's really bad. And it's especially bad when you have like a fuck ton of tourists who came all the way here just to see the snow, only for there to be no snow. It is very depressing right now here. But yeah, moldy Alps. That's exactly right. Is this the M5120 or the 26? This is the 26. This is the one we're fixing. So, oh yeah, I want to better explain the problem here. So, if we look at, so these two tabs here are what hold the hinge in place, because what the hinge basically consists of, it's this thingy. So this is like sort of like a railing, and what happens is it slides into the case like this, kind of, except this is the wrong side. It would go like this on this side, because this holds a screen, and then this is where like the decorative sort of bezel-y piece goes. And what's supposed to happen is this railing is supposed to hold it in, and unfortunately this side of the I don't know why it's so greasy, but okay, so this side of the railing here, you can see it's broken off, and this is the piece that goes there. It's supposed to go right like, oops. It's supposed to go right like, something like, right like this. Yeah, like that, exactly. And then this is supposed to just be a railing, and then this dude just sort of slides in like that. But this part's broken, and this other railing doesn't hold the force well enough of the screen when you put it down. On the other side, you can see that the railing is just fine, but unfortunately, you kind of need both of them to do jack shit, so, you know, it's not exactly optimal. I'm going to take this off so it doesn't accidentally turn on. This is what prevents it from turning on when you're taking it apart, because, you know, there's a little switch right about here that keeps the computer from turning on when the battery cover's off. Very nice. We're molded into oh, good question, Tim. I think they're molded in. That's kind of what this whole thing is about, because we're about to rip this whole thing apart. So it's just the bare chassis, and then we're gonna dig into the other portable and then swap it, because, you know, the other portable is like a parts machine at this point. Like, it's mostly complete. I stole a floppy drive from it because I needed it for another one. That is a good question. I could 3D print a new chassis. We got like a big ass 3D printer at school, but it prints really slowly and it prints like shit. So my cat just woke up and sneezed loudly. Is that yeah, Tim, it is a lead acid battery. This is a big lab. This is part of the reason the portable actually failed. So this is an aftermarket one, and this is kind of a makeshift. All right, boys. Here's the original rechargeable battery. This one's kind of broken because I dropped it. I have another one that's perfectly fine, but I don't really care to look for it. But basically, the way it goes is it goes in like this, and then it slides to the bottom, and then just sort of slots in. And this one doesn't, because there's like cables in the way. But what I've done is I've gotten these cables. It's kind of a jerry-rig solution, but it works really well. I've gotten these cables. They're connected to the terminals with spade connectors, and then I have this sort of Ziploc down here. And the way it works is the battery has Ziploc. It goes in, and then you connect it to the spade connectors, and then it all works out perfectly, because the new battery is smaller, but, you know, has the exact same specs as the old one, so nothing is lost. But yeah, reason why this computer failed, it was like $7.2 thousand in today's money, in 1989 money. It did not have a backlit screen. The original didn't anyway. It was about 16 pounds, and it was a Mac. So, yeah, no one really bought it. PowerBooks were way better, except, you know, this thing's a nugget. So, it's a very heavy thing. This whole package is like 16 pounds, as I said before. But, yeah, at least it has a handle. At least it has a handle, which I also don't trust because it's brittle plastic. But anyway, we're going to continue ripping this thing apart. Now, one cool thing about the portable is that if you're weird and use the mouse with your left hand, like Steve Jobs, You can actually switch the orientation of the trackball and the keyboard very easily, which I can show you right now. Because these pieces just sort of pop out. This is the trackball attachment. It's a very modular computer. I love this thing so much to take apart. I'm not even being sarcastic. It's very nice, but yep, this kind of gotta work it like this. I know these things too well, and this is a skill I'll never use. But you get this little divider thingy. If you wanted to put the trackball on the other side, it was just on the right side because I'm normal. But if you're disgusting, you put it on the left side like so. And then you could just put it like this. And then the cables still work because, you know, the keyboard has 2 sides and the trackball has 1. But, you know, cable here, easy. A lot of idiots thought that, oh my god, I found a portable with it on the left side. It must be a prototype. No, you're just retarded. This is how all of them were. They could all do this. The little tidbit, you got signatures, of course. Why you'd want to sign this monstrosity? Good question, but they're here. If I was on the portable design team, I would be ecstatic to put my signature on one of these. Maybe I'm just weird and I like these too much, but to each their own. Anyway, we're about to commence taking the bottom tray out. It's everything the classic should have been. 60 megahertz, 60. You're right. The classic is a nugget. I have a classic. I would know. There she lives. Haven't turned her on in ages because 110 volts only, and you have to pull out the down converter every time you want to use it, which, you know, it's a classic, isn't worth it. I don't even use the SE at all, but, you know, they're kind of mid computers. But, yeah. 020 gang up there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, anyway, so bottom bum flap. So this is the bum flap, which is separate from the rest of the case. The motherboard comes out with this sort of chassis part, which we're going to be using, but yeah, there's basically 2 big lad clips, I think. Let me remember how to take this apart. Right, so there's a clip here. There's a clip here. Oops. Okay, so there's a clip on this here, here, and here, which are the only 3 clips that kind of hold this thing down, which we're about to take out. So, yeah, so we'll start with this one, then we'll get this one, then we'll get to this one. Perfect. Now, the coup de grace. There we go. Bum flap. I mean, the tray has been removed from the chassis. Boy comes out. Wada wing, wada boom. There she lives. Oh, and by the way, look, see the rest of the signatures in here. Very neato. A product design team. Steve Ballows, Richard Francis, Eric whatever, Jim, Troy, Mel, Dawn. Kind of neat. I mean, this was like a first-gen product, so I guess they could be proud of it. I mean, that's a neato... I love the modularity of this. You will never see this ever in another computer today, except for like a framework, but even that uses like screws and shit, which are like, you know, kind of yucky. So, you know, it is an epic machine. You should so get one. There are a lot of things that go wrong on the portable. For some reason, I'm a portable specialist now because I own 2 and I know everything there is to know. I know about the weird power flaws, and I know about the cap issues and the battery functions. You know, the portable doesn't actually run off of like an external power adapter. It only runs off of the battery, which is actually why I replaced the battery at all, because, I mean, not only is it easier than like redoing a NiCad pack, but also because it's the portable won't run without a working battery. So, you know, it's very nice, very bougie. Hard drives are proprietary unless you get like a $50 eBay adapter. The 20 is non-backlit and the 26 is backlit. Yes, that is correct. This is the backlit. We're about to look at the non-backlit. The other difference is the 2.6 has a slightly different motherboard. I think there's different RAM configuration and stuff, but otherwise functionally they're pretty much identical. Got a RAM card. These are way too expensive. Put that over here. Got a modem card, never gonna use. Hard drive. Bing, bong. There she goes. This is my least favorite part of the whole thing. It's cool because it makes noise. And then that's about where the coolness ends. Otherwise, the hard drive is like the most annoying part because I can't use a spare. Floppy drive, very self-explanatory. I think there was there's like a unicorn model, which is like the dual drive portable. The only one that I know of that actually exists is the guy I met online said he knew a guy who had a picture of one that had like the dual drive, because actually if you look at this case, this bezel part actually comes off, and there's supposed to be like a floppy sort of area here for like a dual drive portable. All the Mac spec sheets say that there was a dual drive portable. You can find it in the service guide, but there is no known like actual portable out there other than like, you know, rumors and like said to be pictures, which is interesting. How long does it run off the battery? That is a fantastic question. If I had to guess, it's around like maybe 4 to 6 hours. I mean, that's according to like at the time sort of guides and stuff. This one, it's a backlit, and I don't, and it's like a different battery, so I would say like maybe 4 hours, probably a lot less, but I've never fully ran through it to know, so yeah, anyway. Speaker, this is the most comprehensive part of the entire thing. This will play all your M83 and Weekend and Mac Miller content with relative ease. This is a Bang & Olufsen Hi-Fi Sennheiser Pro Max Extreme. Damn, this like fire sound right here. This is hi-fi, guys. Anyway, this is a power connector for like battery shit. For some reason, there's 2 terminals because the backup battery is a 9-volt for some reason. And if you're unlucky, sometimes you can get the computer to power off the 9-volt, which is really funky, and then it'll run through it in like 2 minutes. Why? I don't know. Why this computer's a weirdo, which is why I love it so much. Yeah, that basically concludes this top part. Let's go to the motherboard. The motherboard also held in by tabs. Everything is held in by tabs. I cannot wait for everything to become super brittle and break off, but this plastic seems of relative quality. This whole thing is of relative pretty good quality, other than like kind of the hinges. But that could be like, I'm going to say that was like a shipping thing, but everything else in this computer is like really good quality, I would say. This is back when, you know, plastic computers were a flex. Don't know what that is. Is that like a scratch? Huh. Not sure what that's from. Anyway, there she comes. I have another one of these makeshift sort of battery contraptions in the other one, but we can look at the motherboard real quick. It's a very neato boy. This motherboard's huge for a portable. I mean, for a portable computer, but I have recapped it fully. It's in very good shape. We got the PDS slot, which never had anything built for it. Maybe like super rare accelerators, but like you could never find those. RAM for RAM, ROM for ROM. This is for modem. This is for these are for the keyboard and whatever. You can also get a numpad attachment. This is for the 2 disk drives. So very like an SE, you have 2 disk drive ports, which funky. 40-pin hard drive port for that stupid proprietary drive, and then of course the screen cable. The screen cable on the backlit and non-backlit is different because the backlit has like sort of a different screen. I'll show you that in a bit. And yeah, that about wraps it up. It's got like standard Mac ports. It's got a floppy. It's got a weirdo sort of video port that isn't VGA. It's something. There was an adapter for it, but it was never really released. And then you just got like everything else. You got SCSI, Apple Desktop Bus, Mac Serial, audio, and power. 4-amp Ryobi 18-volt battery will run a compact Mac for about 30 minutes using the battery as in an inverter. To be fair, the compact Mac does also have all the analog components. I would think that the LCD that this thing uses draws a lot less power. But no, this would have been a way better classic. Like if they made, I mean, to be fair, I mean, and again, this board was so expensive back then. This is like Mac 2 level shit, man. Like, come on. Like this is a big boy, and this computer wasn't, and this computer was not cheap. The Classic was cheap because it was shit, but this was not cheap because it was shit. It was cheap because it was. I mean, this was expensive because not because it was shit, but because it was expensive. Yeah, sure, whatever. Still over at the. I thought the Classic was like what, $999. It was the first Mac to sell for like under 1,000, I think, which was like $999 or whatever, which is stupid. But anyway, I'm gonna put this board behind me on this desk over here, just because nowhere. I'm not putting this on the floor. I do not trust myself. This thing's too fragile. But I'll put the board. I'm actually gonna put like a paper towel under it, just to like protect and save. Perfect. Anyway, yeah, so that's the portable in shambles. Now what I'm going to do is introduce you to the second one. This is what we're going to be replacing, the chassis bit. Oh, I'm going to take my 9-volt out. Oh, fuck, I just remembered the battery terminals on the other chassis are fucking corroded. Oh, I could take this cabling out. I'll just take the cabling out, but yeah, no, that's annoying, but oh well. Anyway, pretty sure I saw. Oh, you're talking about the portable. Yeah. Portable prices are fucking crazy, man. I think I paid like in the high 300s for this backlit one. It was untested, but it came with like all the shit. And I have like basically all the portable accessories except for the numeric keypad. I have all the obtainable portable accessories you can get, like the manuals, the demo disc, for example, which is really cool. It's like a HyperCard stack. And I have everything you could get with the portable except for the unobtainable things like the original box and like that video adapter, which doesn't really exist. But I have the RAM card, the modem, I got all the cases and all the whatevers. It's cool. So no, thankfully they are not 800K machines. They are high density, which is, you'd hope it's high density for how much they fucking costed, man. But yeah, it's perfect. Anyway. Yeah, as I said before, portable prices right now are stupid. Don't pay more than like $450 for one. I paid $350 for this destroyed one you're about to see, which was a mistake. But then I saw the backlit one in an auction, and I impulsively sent the seller an offer, expecting not to get it, and I got it for a really good price. Not much more than this one you're about to see, but still, I'm happy that I got the backlit one because I would have never gotten this other one working. So yeah, but I'll show you the differences between like the motherboard and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, here is portable number 5. It smells weird. That's nice. But anyway, so this one is in minty condition, as you can see by this very cracked. I mean, I can't really see it because I taped it so well, but yeah. So this top case is definitely seen better days. It's very broken, kind of yucky on the inside. This thing, I mean, portables age very well with like plastics and stuff, other than the cracking and the brittleness. But I got some more plastic pieces in here in this DigiKey cap bag. So yeah, this one has a hard drive as well, except the bearings on this drive are fucked, so it doesn't really work. I think I stole the floppy drive out of it. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, maybe that's a broken drive from another thing. I don't know. Yeah. It's a really cool computer, in my opinion. A lot of people shit on the portable because, oh, it's stupid to recap, or oh, it's so heavy, or oh, just get a PowerBook 100 or fucking whatever. But like, dude, PowerBook 100 ain't shit compared to this. I think, honestly, this is probably one of my favorite computers that I own. It's not the Mac 2, it's not the Duodock, it's not the Color Classic or the Mac TV, it's this thing. Just because of how funny it is to bring to places, and you just say, hey guys, this is the first like Apple portable or like the first MacBook or fucking whatever, and people love it. I love it. Other people love it because of how stupid it is. Like stupid in like a crate. It's just so insane. Like look at this. It's huge. It takes up more desk space than a fucking Mac LC. Look at this shit. Look, literally more. So, like there's more backspace like behind this. There's like 2 inches extra of space. It's insane how they actually sold this at the time. But no, I think this is like a really sick computer. Like I've always really liked the portable, and this was one computer I absolutely tried and went for, and you know I'm glad I did. No one really goes for like super unicorns like these things because they're hard to get and annoying to fix, which is true. But I think I got lucky. And oh my god, I just realized this whole project is pointless because I just realized that this computer has the exact same hinge problem as the other one. Wow. Huh. So. Oh, thank you, Lee. That's very kind of you. Jesus Christ, my god. Yeah, so it turns out, yeah, this whole project is pointless because the this portable has the exact same hinge problem as the one that I just took apart. That's nice. That's nice. But yeah, so I guess I won't be taking this one apart, but what you will be seeing is my ghetto fix for the other one. Okay. Well, this is about to be a really boring live stream. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this one back together. We're not gonna look at this one anymore. This one's too sad. It's gonna live in the closet for the rest of its days. Bye bye. Or whenever I need more parts, but yeah, I'm gonna put it like over here. Yeah, there we go. You can see that. Anyway, let's take a quick gander back at the chassis of the one we just took apart. So apparently, this is a very common problem with portables, and I didn't think that check before starting this entire live stream, and think, maybe I should check the other one before I do all this. But we're just basically gonna, this is a stupid stream, but we're basically just gonna fix this hinge now, in the only way I know how. Super glue. Anyway, let's get this on. I'm gonna be fancy and use some tweezers. And there's still some glue residue from the last time I did this, but yeah, it should be fine. I hate plastics on old computers, literally the worst thing ever. But now that it's taken apart, I can actually do this properly. So yeah, I can do this. I don't think I need the tweezers at all, but I'm still gonna. You're watching a pro fix. I'm just gonna get this super glue opened with pliers because it's being stupid. It's very greasy. Ah, fuck. And this is why my content is age restricted for the moments like these. I'm glad all my friends could show up. All 2 of them. You know what? I don't care. I'll just do it the ghetto way, which is directly from the thing. Okay. Just gonna dab some. Why is there no more glue coming out? Come on, man. Ah, shit, that's too much. Too much. No, no, no. Okay. No, no. I sound like the cleaning lady from Family Guy. Ghetto way is the best way. You are correct, Finn. No way is better than this way. That seems real. That fits perfectly. And then I'm gonna add some more to like the back end, just for peace of mind, of course. And then we're gonna let this dry. I could speed the drying process up by wetting it, which I might actually do. I'm gonna get a lot on there just to really hold it down for a few more years. This is what I like to call preventative maintenance computer edition. Perfect. Might have drink, but no, that's a quality fix if I've ever seen one. Perfect. So what I've done here, I have a typo in the stream's name, really. Do I? Oh, I do, you're right, shit. Macintosh. Boink. There, should be good now. Thank you for that, Finn. Anyway, basically what I've done is the thingy has like some rivets, right? And I've basically put glue in those rivets, right? Where the, there is a lot of stress because this plastic piece over here has support from the whole battery thingy. So this one's like really strong. This one's really weak because this is where all the drives are. So just sort of sits there alone. The other one has this exact flaw. So I think it's not a shipping thing. It's just a portable thing. So, yeah, good to know. The Apple Pippin, yes, of course I've heard of the Pippin. The Japanese Apple console, it was like it was like a PowerPC thing, I think. And it failed as well. They made them in like white and black, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Pippin. Never cared to get one because I don't think they play anything and it'd be even more useless to me than this computer is that is in shambles. What I am going to do is I am going to get some water just so I can drink it, but also get this glue to dry a bit faster, which is, a life hack, by the way. Glue dries faster with water. Let me just do one of these and I'll be back in a moment. Bam, badam. I can wet the surface beforehand to do the adhesion as well. That is a good life hack, Tim. I got the cup of water I'm going to use in a sec. I'm just going to clear this desk off first from the old glue particles. Anyway, yeah, life hack. If you have super glue and you're impatient like me, just sprinkle a bit of your finest tap water on the glue, and just gonna. I'm sure I'm gonna regret this, but I'm just gonna let it drip. Yeah, I can see it drying already. But yeah, if you have a portable and these parts haven't broken yet, I'd highly advise like adding some like little bit of glue just to strengthen it a bit. Just so it's better in the future. Yeah, it's drying. Yeah, I'll do that next time, Tim. That's a good life hack as well. But kind of tempted to just dump some water on it, but I know I'm gonna regret that. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. Sort of flicking the water at it. This will probably dry in time. Another computer I could look at is this Dick, the 2 CI that I bought and recapped, and then it worked, and then it stopped working again. Yeah, this thing's a joy, an absolute pleasure, because yes, I recapped it. It didn't work. I said, okay, probably needs more work. And then I started like fitting pieces together, and then it worked. I never got it to boot because the hard drive was stuck. So I unstuck the hard drive, put it back in, and then it didn't start at all. And I took the hard drive out, took everything out except for like the power supply. Still didn't work, and then now it's broken. And then there's also the printer that came with it. This is like some office person's computer, and you could tell this was a printing computer because, you know, portrait display. This whole set was a deal, I think. And keyboard's also somewhere, but yeah, it still doesn't work. The only thing that works in the set is like the peripherals and the portrait display. That is correct, Tim. It is a personal laser writer. It'd be cool if it worked, but it doesn't because it's a printer. There's like one cap on the motherboard, which serial rendering at its finest, absolutely. But there's one cap on the logic board that it has, which I could just replace. Because what happens is it goes through the boot up sequence, and then and then the power will cut out, but the fan will keep running. I don't really know what's up with it, but yeah, it does have a 68,000 in it. I know the first laser writer was more powerful than the Macs they sold alongside it, which I find really funny. Because, you know, it's a printer. All it does is it puts things on paper, which is kind of comical if you think about it. I've always wanted one of, like, the super early laser writers. Those things are just really cool, but they're also, like, really unreliable, so yeah. But, you know, it would be cool. I don't know what I'd do with a working laser writer, which is why this one's still broken. But, you know, it's in nice shape, I would say. But, yeah, anyway, back to this guy. I'm not sure we'll be getting it back together today. I don't know if I want to, like, I'm not entirely sure if I want to put it back together now. I might want to wait, like, 24 hours for this to fully cure. But then I don't know what else I would do with this stream. This is a really lame 45-minute stream, so... I had the personal laser writer LS that came with my classic when I got it. It was comical. It took minutes to spool and render print jobs. It's so funny. I don't know why, but I've seen a lot of classics with personal laser writers. I think this one is the N... I think mine is the NT, if I remember correctly, which is, I think, the good one. It's whatever the good one is, which I think is the NT. I think. Don't remember for sure, but yeah. I think it's a... Yeah, it's a cool printer, if it worked. So, yeah, it is the NT. LS is cringe. But, cool. Because I think the NT also works with, like, what, Windows machines as well? I think that's the only one that could do that, if I remember correctly. Something like that. But, yeah, anyway. What else could we do? I mean, we could deal with that for another hour. It's network compatible. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Which is great, because I definitely have a local network set up with a bunch of old computers. I also haven't used any of my old computers in ages. What could we do? Yeah, you can. This one has a RAM slot as well, which is pretty funny as well. God, imagine, like, printers today are so garbage. Like, no one I mean, printers are really simple. Like, the concept is simple, but back then it wasn't as simple. But today it's like you get like a stupid inkjet from like HP. Barely, never connects to your computer properly. The wireless functionalities are garbage. And it's such a piece of crap. And it's something you throw out every like 2 or 3 years. You never keep it around forever. Like, these printers were serious business back then. They're pretty funny. I really like them, but this one doesn't work, so. Uh, anyway. Yes, yeah, I mean, yeah, laser writers are okay today. Also simple compared to the big laser. Absolutely. They're not like the humongous 12600s like what Aaron has. Those things are monsters. This thing's like very simple in contrast. This is like a moped engine compared to like the V8 that Aaron had. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna stop being boring, and we're probably gonna put this back together. It's still a little wet. It doesn't really move anymore, which means that the glue is mostly cured. Not only a V8, but an exotic one. Yes, that is true. That thing's a monster. That thing was a monster. Had a hard drive for some reason, and like all this bullshit. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, as I said before, I don't know if I want to put it back together now because I want the glue to like fully cure. But then I don't have anything else to do except for maybe like the 2CI, which I don't really want to do. But we could, I guess. Yeah, but then I have to take the Quadra 700 out because I need to steal the power supply from that thing. What should we do? I will put it up to a vote. I think I would put it up to a poll. That's a stupid poll. Can you? Okay. What do I do now? Leave. Yeah, this poll feature on YouTube is funny. You can choose 2CI pain, or what else could we do? What's something else I could do while I wait for this? Yes, you know what? We might do that, but trying to think of. I could just leave. Okay, boys, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you like 3 options of a poll. I think, maybe. No, 2 options. You only get 2. You get to vote on what I do now. Do I 2CI pain or do I leave? You guys get to vote. We'll end it in like time. Nobody's voting. I'm gonna assume. Okay, we have 1 for 2CI pain. Vote now if you want to see pain. Nobody wants me to leave. There are 3 people watching. Okay. Alright, coolio. I think we're gonna live in pain. And this is a funny feature. But anyway, yeah, I think we're gonna do the 2CI. So what should I do? Should I do it here or should I do it on the workbench? The workbench is kind of messy, but the desk is pretty messy. I could do it on the floor. I'll do it on the floor. Fuck it. Floor gang. Anyway, box can live here. We're gonna do this on the floor, like men. Like people who don't have desks. And yeah, suffer. You shall never leave. 2CI. Ceiling gang? Bro, how do you sit on the ceiling? You know gravity still exists, right? Yeah, so 2CI basically needed a recap because you press the button, it chimes. No, it doesn't chime. You press the button, the light comes on for like a second, and then it shuts back off. And it'll just do that and that and that. I recapped the motherboard and used a known working power supply, and it still didn't work. But then at one point it did work, but then after a bit it stopped working again. It does the same thing again. I'll show you. I'll show you in a second. But I'm gonna first get rid of this guy. And then I'm gonna pull this dude out. And what I'm also gonna have to do is pull a second dude out for reasons. This is a Quadra 700, works perfectly. What we're gonna do is we're gonna steal the power supply from this idiot because it works in the other idiot. And the power supply from the 2CI blew up, and I don't feel like fixing it, so we're just gonna be lazy and steal the power supply from this thing instead. So yeah, these computers are very, very similar. Only the Quadra 700 is the superior model, and it also goes vertical, which is even more superior. But no, cases are very similar. That's the power supply that blew up. Might still smell. It still does. Reeks. Okay. So that's the oh god. That smell plagues me. Because I got this thing in like the summer or something, and the power supply blew up. Reefa caps are my favorite. And yeah. Clean the board with alcohol and a toothbrush and dry with a hairdryer. Yeah, no, I already did that. Yeah, I recapped it. I already cleaned up the board with alcohol. I know my way around recapping things, and that did not work. But if I had to guess, it's like a trace thing or something. I mean, it worked, and then it didn't. After the recap, by the way, so... I mean, I don't know. Maybe it could work perfectly, like when we do this. I don't know. I turned on the ages. But that's the new power supply. I'm gonna steal a cable from over here. This. Anyway, that is oops. That is an obnoxiously short cable, but whatever. Plug that boy in. And bada bing, bada boom. Wow. There you go. So basically, what it does is you listen very closely. It does actually chime. Then immediately shuts off. If the recap doesn't fix it, then I'll be in the same boat as you. Yeah, that's annoying. This thing's very annoying. Mostly because it already worked, and now it doesn't. That's the main annoyance. Actually, I don't think I've tried taking the RAM out, because it has a lot of RAM and ROM in here. No, just RAM, I think. I don't know. But no, it has RAM in here. I don't think I've tried taking that out. But the whole thing has been recapped, at least the logic board. And the power supply is known working. How do you unstick that drive? Which drive? This drive? Oh, it just pops out like this. There's like a clip here, and then there's a clip here. Gotta like... I've had these drives out before. Motherfucker, I swear to God. It's supposed to be, you pull this, and then you pull that, and then it comes up, but it's being really gay right now, so I'm not gonna bother with that. I don't want to do this, but I have to. The content. I have to get the content. Take this power supply out, leave it here with the broken one. You can lift this box. I don't want to fuck my box up. Where should I put this box? Okay. I'm gonna move this back here. All right, we're gonna move this to the workbench. I'm getting hot, so I'm gonna open a window. Alrighty, man. So, I got shit on there, right? Portable carcass, be gone with you. Where can I put this? I can just put it on here. Perfect. Rightio, cheerio, something British-o. The whole reason I have this iMac set up here is so I can check out the chat. How do you... Oh, you mean unstick the drive. Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. Oh. Well, I still don't know if it works. I took it off, and I think the way I unstick drives, I've done this in my Classic like a million times, is that when they stick, I like to take the thingy off, and then I like to push the arm while it's like booting up, and that'll unstick it. And then most of the time, it'll stay unstuck for a little bit, but usually if you let them sit for a while, then they'll stick again. It's really annoying, and the success rate of like actually taking the whole drive apart is really low, and I've done it before and I fucked it up, and I lost a lot of kind of cool shit, so I haven't really bothered doing it an actual way since. I know that the newer quantum drives do. I don't know about these. I don't have too much experience with these. I think this might be the only computer I have with one of these older style Pro drives. But, yeah. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm going to start off with that screw you were talking about. Where's my... Here it is. This big dingus screwdriver I can use. This is the only screw in the entire thing. Take it apart. If I remember correctly, the motherboard's always been a bitch to get out because it's like obnoxiously... it fits really obnoxiously in the computer, so... I'm going to use the needle nose pliers to get it out. They're too small. And we get the big gun. The big boy. This is perfect for getting the shit out of a Color Classic because it's such a stupid design. Anyway. Here's the screw, Tim. It's about 1.5 centimeters in length. In freedoms, that's about the length of one of these Logitech receiver doodads, or about the length of or about the horizontal length of a SD card. Or about the length of it's just a screw. It's a screw. I don't know if it's a Phillips, definitely. I don't know what thickness it is. It's about yay thick ish. Yeah, like that thick. That is not gonna help anyone, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave that screw there for safekeeping. What next? Oh yeah, the drive needs to come out. So there's a little LED that needs to come out. Why do I know so much about old computers? That is a good question, Charlie. This was your hobby for like 6 years, and now you're dedicated. Oops. Gonna unplug all these cables, lift the boy out. Wait, there's a way to do this. Tab there, and then that sort of comes out. There we go. That's the whole drive assembly thingy, my bob. I'm gonna put that on the floor. Safe. Cable. 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 Yeah. You can live in my trash can. Speaker boy, easy. That's like a cable. All right, there's like a thing in here. Blink. Oh yeah, more audiophile quality speakers. This is a Sennheiser HD 6 million 69-inch woofer that absolutely bangs. These things will play all your albums the best. My 2CX is in a box of pieces. Very nice. I had a 2CX very briefly, and then I ended up returning it because it didn't work, and I didn't want to fix it. Because I think the seller kind of hinted at it working, but it didn't. And then I was like, I don't really feel like touching this. So, no. And this was before I was like into recapping shit and actually fixing it. So I was like, nah, I don't want to do this, and I didn't. But to be fair, 2CX is kind of a mid-system. This thing's way better for reasons. Yeah, now we have my favorite part of the whole thing, which is actually sliding the motherboard out. If I remember correctly, there's either like a tab you do, or it just slides freely like this. Yeah, it's just held in by the speaker, so it just slides freely. But it doesn't slide freely though, because it doesn't want to come up, because you gotta like really shove it or something. I love this part. This part's there we go. Because computers that haven't taken apart a lot are like really stiff when you try to take them apart. And that was a lot easier than it was the first time I did it, but there you go. Normally there are like reset switches or fucking whatever, but not in this one because it didn't come with them. Probably hinting at the fact that this was taken apart before and the person that did it was a dumbass. Anyway, moving along. Here we have the boy. I'm going to turn on the lamp so you can see the boy better. Exposure will be fixed in like momentarily. You can see my glorious recapping job. We have some top of the line axial capacitors from some random Chinese company. We have tantalums here. You know what I just realized? Maybe it would have been smart of me to like test the tantalums that this already came with, because there's one here, there's one here, one there. The orange ones I haven't done. I've done black tantalums, which is how I know that they're mine. What I haven't done is, I remember what I did. So when I was fixing this computer, I found that like one or two traces were, I think, broken. So what I did was I like really cleaned them off, and then I think I bridged them, if I remember correctly. And I think it was in like this region over here. And yeah, and then no, wait. Yeah, no. It's okay, so I remember. So it was one of like these little tiny boys here. I think it was about like this one right here, and it was looking really crusty, and I cleaned it up, and then that fixed it, and then it broke again, and that's why I haven't been like, and that's why it hasn't been working. What I probably might want to do anyway is soak it in alcohol once again. So here we have some of the finest alcohol from the finest of retailers, CVS Health, which it isn't actually from CVS because I don't live in America anymore. It's from some random, again, Chinese company. We're going to take my toothbrush that I use every night to brush my teeth, and we're going to clean this board. The 2CI was a beast. Yes, fastest 90s Mac of all time. But who cares? The Quadra 700 is still cooler in my opinion because vertical. Anyway, I'm going to do what Thomas B suggested, even though I've done this already a million times, but just in case he can be smug with me when it does inevitably fire up. The thing I love about the Motorola chips, this one specifically, is that the legs are really easy to like bend and then inevitably break off. Don't ask how I know. Tragic story. Don't want to talk about it. But yeah. So this area specifically is like a lot of dumbass surface caps, so it gets really munchy and crunchy. So I liked his idea with the hairdryer. Good thing I have a heat gun, which is like a hairdryer, but it gets hotter. But I could probably put the temperature down to like something relatively tame for a board like this. I should do that. Yeah, let's do that. So if I So look at my boy over here. This is my high quality, made in America rework station. Very high quality product. That is not a fire hazard at all. You can set the temperature of this dude. Put it on auto, which means it detects when it's on the thingy. If you take it off, it'll turn on. How does it know that? I have no idea, but neato feature. And it won't tell you the temperature when it's on the little thingy. How hot does the hairdryer get again? What is it, like 100 degrees? No, it's like 50. I don't know. I don't know about it in freedoms, but how hot 80 and a high, but I'm not in Fahrenheit, I'm in Celsius. Fuck you. Celsius. 27 to 60. Oh, okay. I'll put it at like 40. Yeah, 40. 40's fine. If it'll go that low. Okay, it goes down to 100. That's still kind of hot. Okay. Is 100 hot? Is this in Celsius or Fahrenheit? How do I know? Celsius and Fahrenheit, dude. This is such a confusing thing because it like gives you all this shit here, and then I don't know how to like. That's for air, apparently. Well, what's all that other shit? Celsius / Fahrenheit? What does that mean? Fucking whack. Doesn't feel that hot. I'll just dry it with this anyway. I'll say this is fine. There's nothing melting. Nothing's gonna melt with that. It's like fucking 100 degrees, and if it does, that's lame. I'll get this wet some more. Y'all can say stuff, you know. I remember I saw a Reddit post on our social media Apple where someone told an AI to write a college application as a kid who was actually a Mac SE. It was super realistic. Oh, that's neato. That's funny, actually. That's funny. I mean, I guess a lot of colleges these days are basically hiring what are essentially computers because there are a lot of smart people in the world, not me included. There are some mega nerds out there, and you know, they're going places. I'm not. The only places I'm going are my mom's basement, but you know, it's fascinating how far AI has gone, especially like the art thing. And there's this whole philosophical argument about like, oh, is what a computer produces art? Like, you know how they make art now, right? Can you consider that like actual art, right? And it's kind of an interesting question because, you know, it is art, but it kind of removes like the humanity of it, right? It's an interesting concept when you think about it, and I thought, fascinating, right? You know, art, the thing that humans do, can now be done by robots, and eventually robots will replace us in everything. There's actually a McDonald's that opened up recently that's completely run by robots. Like, they do all the orders. Like, you give them the orders, they take it, and they make your meal and shit, and it's, I mean, let's be real. McDonald's meal, that's literally not that hard to make. Like, it's just like you slap a patty on, you put way too much mayonnaise or not enough of any sauce at all, and it's really dry. And then you just sort of like serve it to people, and it's like lukewarm, right? That I think a robot could do easily. And apparently it can, because that's what they're doing now. There are some McDonald's that actually are run by robots, which is fascinating in a scary way, because we're all going to be replaced by robots soon, and all of us will be unemployed, and then the wealth gap will grow even more by the people who created the robots and employ them. So, you know, world's fucked, but, you know, can't do anything about it. That's gonna be a fun future. What a mindfuck, man. Can you imagine, what could robots do? Like, if I could have a robot that could, like, wipe my ass or something after I take a dump, that would be literally the greatest robot ever. I would hire that robot instantly. Like, if there was a robot that could do that, I'd be set, man. Come on. How could you not want that? It's a robot to do, like, your dirtiest work. You could have, like, you could start, like, a robot mafia, maybe. Like, hire robots to literally do your dirty work, or your dirty work in the bathroom, as in wiping you. I'm not that old, but I will eventually, in, like, maybe 60 years. You know, in 60 years, I'd love to have a robot to wipe me. Not in a kinky way or anything, but, you know, just be lazy, and I will definitely be more lazy when I'm older. What am I saying? Jeez. Anyway, his traces look super unhealthy, but somehow they still do register with continuity. Last time I checked. If I knew that they wouldn't, I would not be making that. I would not be doing this right now. What time is it? It is 15 past 10. Quarter past 10. Sorry. This whole board is kind of yucky. I wish I had a ultrasonic cleaner. I could just, like, toss all this shit in one of those and just never deal with it. But no, gotta do it the me way, the inexpensive way, which is Q-tips and alcohol and hair dryers. But oh well. They might save the planet in doing so. Yeah, I would hope so. Like, with all the creating we're doing of those robots, I would hope they could do something for us, right? Like, come on, man. Don't be so selfish, robots. Have a little humanity, as hard as that could. God. Now we're reasoning with them. But they'll never, like, I don't think robots are ever gonna have, like, everyone's always so fucking fearful of, like, robots gaining, like, the mental capacity to, like, you know, like, gain their own artificial intelligence and sort of, like, rebel against humanity. I don't think that could ever happen. I mean, have you seen videos of robots? They're, like, the stupidest things. Like, you could go to a kindergarten of, like, autistic kids and find people smarter than robots. Like, robots are dumb, man. Robots are, like, they can't even walk right, and they're, like, weak as hell. You could, like, shove them, unless you're in, like, Boston Dynamics or something, and the robots are freaky as fuck. You can, like, shove robots down easily, and, you know, you just cut power to them, and they, you know, they die, basically. And yeah, I mean, if we were in a robot apocalypse, I don't think defeating the robots would be that difficult, because, you know, they're robots, man. They just sort of fucking can't do shit, man. Like, really, you really think a robot? Really think the robots? There's gonna be enough robots to, like, take over humans, unless they turn into, like, iPhones, right? Like, let's say robots become, like, sort of commercialized, like iPhones, right? Everyone has an iPhone. It's a thing everyone has. Like, everyone has a robot in their home, right? If they rebel in the future and there's a robot in every home, and they're like, they can walk properly. They have the artificial intelligence to, like, realize, oh, human bad, we better exterminate human. Then I would be scared. But right now, no one has robots. I don't think I've ever seen a robot that's, like, has the potential to kill me. Like, you really think the Roomba, the home Roomba is gonna, like, take over the world anytime soon? Hell no. That thing's useless. I can barely clean my floors. What makes you think it's gonna start a revolution? But, no, man. Our family is lazy and hates noise, so we have this thing in our backyard. It's like an electric lawnmower, and what it does is it's like a Roomba but for grass. It'll automatically cut your grass outside. It's an idiot because the front wheels have a really shit design, so occasionally one of the front wheels will fall off, and then it'll just start making crop circles because it can't, like, turn itself properly because one of its wheels is, like, falling off, and it's really funky, and it happens a lot. But luckily, it's under warranty, so we can get new wheels. But dude, that thing's such a sad thing. It's barely a robot. There's no way that thing could like take over the world. And if it does, congratulations. You deserve to take over the world. If you're that robot and you somehow manage to bamboozle us, shablam us to infinity, right? Like, you kind of deserve that win. If you're that fucking robot and you're that fucking stupid and you figure it out. Congratulations, man. Anyway, enough robot talk. I've been cleaning this for like the past, I don't know how long. My clock is broken. It's been like 10 minutes, and I'm kind of bored of cleaning it. I'm sure it won't work, but I think it's pretty dry. The thing kind of works as like compressed air as well, because it's like blowing all the dust around really obnoxiously. There's a lot of dust on this desk. If this doesn't work, I'm probably just gonna give up. I'm tired. I am exhausted from life and living. Same time, I also don't want to fry anything, so I'm gonna be cautious. I feel like these chips just need to be reflowed, because I'm looking at some of the chips and they have like really crummy looking contacts. I'm sure that might be a contributing factor to why this thing doesn't want to work. If I had to guess, it's probably that. But God, I can't be asked right now. Yeah, I might say this for another day. I'm tired. Yeah. I'm gonna finish this for the day. So, yeah. Alright, boys. I think we're gonna conclude this episode. We didn't really get anything done. I mean, we discovered that the Portable has a new common fault, which goes with its many other common faults. We established that 2CI is unreliable and dumb. And we established that the Portable comes apart very easily. I think we learned a lot today. But, anyway, so, alright guys, that'll do it for this live stream. If you do enjoy, be sure to subscribe and consider following my YouTube channel for more updates. I'm going to be... I know I don't post a lot and I don't stream a lot, but I will be trying to do more this year. We've established and we've established that robots are useless and lawnmowers will never take over the world. That's a comforting fact. But anyway, so I'm going to be uploading a lot more this year, and I think I'm going to be doing a lot more streams this year. I'm going to think of things to do, and I'm going to think of videos to make, and I'm going to make them, and they're going to be really good. And I know saying this, I'll probably not follow through, but I'm going to try my absolute hardest to do so. So, yeah, hope you all enjoyed. If you want to tolerate more of me, there's my Discord server in the description below. Plenty of varyingly kind people you can meet and talk about, and you can talk about, cars, life, computers, all the stuff. You can talk about the food that you ate or the music that you listen to. We do it all on the Mastergeko4's Macintosh server. It has Macintosh in the name, but it's more than that. We might rebrand at some point, but anyway, that'll do it for this live stream. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, do what I say, and yeah, that'll do it for this live stream. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.